Hey guys, welcome. This is a general reading for all the earth signs. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I know, I caught you off guard, didn't I? Doing a Mercury retrograde reading for today, and I'll be doing them for the next few days. And I'm doing it by element. So we have Mercury stationed retrograde on August 23rd when he reached 21 degrees of Virgo. So he is having his retrograde in one of his home signs. His other home sign is Gemini. So if you have Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn in your chart, this reading is for you. If you have a divine counterpart with Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn in their chart, and what I mean by that is Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. That's all we're really going to look for. Mercury, where your Mercury placement is doesn't really matter right now unless it's in Virgo between 8 and 21 degrees. Mercury began his pre-shadow phase when he reached 8 degrees of Virgo. He kept moving forward. He hit 21 degrees. He stayed there forever. He's turned around on the 23rd of August, but he's still at 21 degrees. He will eventually start moving backwards. He's going to get back to 8 degrees. He's going to turn around again. And then he's going to move forward in his post-shadow retrograde. So think of it like a 3-act play. The first couple of weeks, we were sort of getting the coming attractions. This next couple of weeks, we're going to be in the thick of it. And then once he turns around and goes direct again, we kind of get to wrap things up, right? We get to kind of review everything for one last time and integrate it. So when we talk about Mercury retrograde, it's about our thoughts and perceptions. And whenever the planet of thoughts and perceptions is retrograde, things go a little cuckoo, a little crosswise, because it's all about thoughts, perceptions, and communication. Are you hearing each other? Right? Are you really hearing? Are you listening? Are you hearing? And are you perceiving things as they truly are, or as you're hearing? Do you see what I'm saying? With the Mercury retrograde, things can kind of get a little wonky when it comes to communication, technology, travel, thoughts, perceptions. That's the realm that Mercury rules because he's the natural ruler of the third house. So what you want to do is find, listen carefully, you want to find where Virgo is in your chart. In my chart, Virgo is half in my second house and half in my third house. We are not talking about planets. We're talking about the fact that your chart is comprised of all 12 signs. So you want to look at the outside where you see the glyphs for each sign. You want to find where Virgo is, and then you want to look 8 degrees to 21 degrees. What house or houses, like in my case it's split, are those degree points falling in? Because that's the area of life that I need to pay attention to, that we need to pay attention to, so that we kind of know what we're being asked to reevaluate. Because Mercury retrograde is all the re's. Reevaluate, reassess, rethink, review. Sometimes we have reconnections, returns, recommitment. Got it? So think of all the re's. And so for me, it's second house, third house. Second house is a money house. Third house is communication. So yeah, I've got some stuff I need to reevaluate. What's important to me? What do I value most? Which is second house. Third house, am I being understood? Am I understanding what's being said to me? And Mercury retrograde in one of his signs, meaning Virgo or Gemini, is a little bumpier. It's a little bumpier because he's super comfortable there. So he kind of bats all around. So I just wanted to give you that little info as to where he is, what it means to you. And now we're going to do a little reading about it. So I'm pulling from Super Attractor just to pull some 3 cards. They're, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. We have 3 signs we're talking about. And you can choose whichever card speaks to you the most, or maybe there's a whole message here for you. So that's what we're doing. Okay. Ooh, it's good to feel good. Yes, it is. I even feel the earth sign energy with the green there. It's good to feel good. When I make joy a priority, brilliant ideas will come naturally, support will surround me, and movements will form. Wow. If you make joy a priority, we just came through Leo season, and Leo created joy. I believe I'm worthy of feeling good. Right. It's good to feel good is what I'm trying to tell my Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn friends here. And when you believe you're worthy of feeling good, that feels good. And making joy a priority is where the brilliant ideas will naturally flow. When we as earth signs, I am a sister earth sign, I'm a Virgo, when I kind of loosen up a little bit, when I kind of am not as concerned about what people think of me or, making a fool of myself, sometimes that happens. It's not in my comfort zone, but if I make the joy of the moment the priority, good things tend to come out of it. Brilliant ideas, support surrounds me, and movements will form. I think that's a beautiful, powerful message for my brother and sister earth signs. Sun, moon, rising, Venus. Remember that. Okay? So now I'm going to jump in, do a little spread, a modified Celtic cross. I'll give you my general impressions, and then we will clarify. Ooh, so what's coming through for Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn for Mercury retrograde? I believe I think I said the 14th or 15th of September. I'm not 100% positive that he'll station direct, but we got a couple weeks of this, so we might as well buckle in. All right. Wow, beautiful. Okay, so that's the present energy, what's crossing us, the clarity that's needed, insight. Maybe there's a struggle to understand or see something clearly. We have another ace in our unconscious awareness, the Wheel of Fortune in the past, Ace of Pentacles. Look at this, guys, and Judgment. Holy moly. I'm seeing reunion here. Reunion is very common during retrograde. So let me explain to you what's happening. It's not just Mercury that's retrograde, even though that's what I'm reading for. We are in the midst of the retrograde parade. We have Mercury just stationed. We have Venus retrograde, Saturn's retrograde, Neptune is retrograde, Pluto is retrograde, Chiron is retrograde, and on the 29th of this month, Uranus is going to join the mix. Okay? So lots of things come back from the past during the retrograde parade, and I'm seeing some form of reunion here. The timing may have been off before, but new beginnings coming in. I have 3 aces here. The ace I'm missing is the Ace of Cups. In your unconscious awareness, there's a desire to reignite the torch of passion, or maybe some thoughts around that, right? What do I need to know? Am I seeing things clearly with regard to this connection? Wow. All right, let's just jump in here. This is too good. 4 of Wands with the Ace of Swords. Page of Wands. Hi, Priestess. So, yeah, maybe sort of something like you're anticipating some kind of restart. I almost feel like there's some awareness with the Ace of Swords. All the aces are a gift from Spirit. That's why the hand of Spirit is pushing this ace into the foreground from like out of the ether. Like it's to get your attention, to gift you with some insight, with some knowledge, with some perception that has been a challenge. Are you being challenged to see it for what it is? And maybe what it is a fresh start, because we go from this little page to the ace. So I'm seeing this as the Page of Wands being good news, reconnection, coming out of some form of separation. Now underneath is the Ten of Pentacles, which is looking down the road toward the future, but it's also a card of abundance. It's also a card of like, oh my gosh, it's happening in real time. This is everything. It's what, it's all I've wanted. It's all the clarity I've needed is about, is there a future here? So I do feel like that's kind of in the back of one's mind. When we're looking at Pentacles, we can be talking about life partnership, but not always. To me, it's coming through in this, almost like we get back on track. so we can begin to think and plan for the future with this connection in mind. All right, so let's look at the Ace of Wands. This is in your unconscious awareness. Yes, manifesting, new beginning, reconciliation after some form of conflict. So I still see some reunion, reconciliation, a cause for celebration, manifesting the new beginning. We have new beginning energy in both the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. I feel the Ace of Wands is more about it being set in motion. To me, the Wands, the fire, is about initiating something, the inspiration coming in, the divine gift of inspired passion is what's being manifested to sort of reconcile any differences or any kind of conflict that maybe put you into some form of separation. And that can be anything. It doesn't have to be third party, though it could be for some of you. It can be anything. Work obligations, distance, struggle, other people interfering and getting in the mix, right? Too many cooks in the kitchen kind of energy. It could be any number of things. But because we're in consideration of the future of this partnership, it feels like it might be more about people. So let's look at the Wheel of Fortune. And that's, if that resonates for you, okay, great. It's a general reading. So please remember, I forgot to say at the beginning, just take what speaks to you and leave the rest. If you want a private reading, there's a link below. You can check out my booking page, okay? But for now, just take what speaks to you. So let's look at the Wheel of Fortune. Seven of Swords, Six of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles. Yeah, the time was not right in the past. Somebody kind of had to cut and run. They couldn't give as well as they were receiving. They weren't able to cooperate for whatever reasons. Your person, or maybe you, somebody fled the scene. Somebody kind of cut and run. That's kind of how it's coming in because the timing wasn't right. We know what the Wheel of Fortune, it's Jupiter. Jupiter wants to give us all good things, but everything in divine time and order. And I feel like the timing was off. So it's kind of coming through as if you experienced a karmic setback in the connection. Could be a karmic partner, but it doesn't have to be. Just a karmic setback, something that, the universe kind of stepped in and said, yeah, nope, not now, not now. Not saying never, just saying not now. And the Ace of Pentacles is here as the new beginning, an offer. Oh God, guys, so beautiful. Like you're keeping your wits about you as the good earth signs that you are. Queen of Swords, I know that's an air sign, but I'm still feeling the linear thinking that I see in the Queen of Swords, that's Libra's energy, that balance, that sort of, I come in peace, just give it to me straight. And what you're doing is you're kind of setting the stage for, I can see a fresh start. I know like we might have to start from scratch, baby steps, one step at a time, but we know where we're headed, right? The journey of 1,000 miles to the rainbow, to the happiness, begins with a single step. But I feel like you're ready for that offer to come in, even if it can only begin with a little baby step. So that's a rational way to approach it. So I am feeling that Queen of Swords coming in as more rationality. You may have some questions, and she usually does, but I'm not feeling that that's the overall energy of her. I feel like she's just your rationality. She's your level-headedness coming in to the viewfinder saying, yeah, I know we might have to start from square one, but because I know my goal, 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, it's worth it. So let's see the Judgment card. King of Pentacles, beautiful, the World, and the Hanged Man underneath. I love this because we have Pluto, Saturn, and Neptune here. Saturn and Neptune, this is Saturn, this is Neptune, are both retrograde right now, so I'm glad they're kind of showing up. Pluto, yeah, the Lord of the Underworld. But Pluto is an awakener as well, right? Pluto gets your attention. I know Uranus gets that title, but Pluto sort of gets our attention because he's got strength and power and gravitas. And he sort of takes over wherever he is. And he says, all right, because he rules Scorpio. You want a second chance? You want a second chance? Let me hear you in the back. And then, okay, if life partnership is what you want, we've got to close out an old cycle so the new cycle can begin. That's what Saturn says. Have you learned the lessons? Can you recommit? You need a little more time to reevaluate the situation, to reassess it from a safe vantage point, right? Because Neptune can get a little foggy, and especially when he's retrograde in his comfy sign of Pisces, which is where he is. So I do feel like going forward, there is reunion, reconciliation, redemption, forgiveness is all possible, especially with the thought of the person you'd like to move forward with, whoever this is about. But you've got to be sure that you're able to close out the difficult chapter, that you've learned the lessons, so that your new cycle can begin. New cycle, Ace of Swords, Ace of Wands, Ace of Pentacles. We'll see if the Ace of Cups shows up in the extended. But what I'm saying here is look at the power, 3 major arcana and a King of Pentacles, someone who shows up for you in 3D. And wouldn't that be a blessing? So I do feel there is some stuff that needs to be reevaluated, that you need to recommit to as you move in this particular retrograde cycle. So let's go ahead. I'm going to give you the astrology. Before I do that, there's a link in the description box below to take you to the extended. So for the extended, I want to look for you and your person. What do you need to reevaluate or reassess, right? Review, whatever, reconsider. I absolutely am going to pull a recommitment card. What do you need to recommit to? And where might this lead? Once we get on the other side of the retrograde, what might unfold? So that's what we're going to look at for you and your person. That is good for the earth signs, sun, moon, rising, Venus, for Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So here's what we have. Page of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sag. High Priestess, Pisces. Magician is Mercury. I love that he showed up here, Virgo and Gemini. We have Wheel of Fortune is Jupiter. Jupiter's been pretty quiet lately, hanging out in Taurus. We have Page of Pentacles is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Queen of Swords is Libra. Mars is moving into the sign of Libra tomorrow on the 27th. Judgment is Pluto, which rules Scorpio. King of Pentacles is Taurus. And the world is Saturn, Aquarius, and Capricorn. And we have Neptune here in the Hanged Man, which rules Pisces. Really interesting reading. Focus on being a little bit more present with a new beginning, the construct of a new beginning, right? And maybe starting from scratch and clearing the path and clearing the slate, even with your person, right? Where we get a fresh start and we don't need to sort of belabor the mishaps of the past or the miscommunications, that we get back on track so we can move forward. That's the goal. So that's what I have for you. The link to the extended is below. I'll see you there in a second. Bye for now.